What's up, guys and gals? My name is Splattercat, and we are here at the Nerd Castle with the next episode of Legends of Grimrock, or Legend of Grimrock. I'm not sure if we were pluralizing. I almost said pluralizing. Pluralizing sounds like something a cat does, but we're not pluralizing anything right now. We are all alone down. Well, not all alone. There's 4 of us. God, I am just walking in all kinds of weird directions today. But I've got my wrist brace on. My carpal tunnel's been acting up today, and I'm just like, damn. Like, my elbow is seriously... It's bad. My elbow, there's like this little lumpy thing in your elbow where a nerve connects. It's like the size of a grape today. It's really, really bad. I slept on it wrong or something. So I've got my wrist brace. I'm feeling like that guy from the South Park episode about World of Warcraft who's just sitting there at his desk. And so if I'm clumsy today, it's because I can't really, I don't know, my fingers are not constricted. All my random notes over here. Let's figure out what we're supposed to be doing on this map, because I do feel like we've probably got a few more things to investigate. In the previous episode, we've been forced to contest for the first time with poison. And some very, very large spiders who are incredibly unfriendly. Oh my god. Okay, so this is bad. This is really, really bad. We've already got poison up and away again. Let's go ahead and keep on this thing, but it's so much tougher than us that... God. Let me see what I've got here to kind of fix this problem. Obviously, we're going to need a ton of nettles in here. No. We're going to need a ton of nettles in order to get this done. She'll drink that. It looks like you do get a little bit of health back when you drink that, but I don't even know if it's worth it to be curing all of these poisons right now, because we may just get re-poisoned. That's the thing. And so backs against the wall, we kill that one off. Take another shot over here. Ready that. Take a shot. Taking all kinds of shots right now, and I'm not feeling particularly inebriated. And if I'm dealing with giant spiders, I think I need to be inebriated before I'm willing to go any further. I think there are probably still more. But let's go ahead and get our health back, because right now we're sitting at a spot where, unfortunately, the frontline rogue idea is not coming around like I thought it would. So this may be a long-term issue that we're forced to deal with over and over and over again. The fact that she just simply cannot sink hits like the warrior can. And that's to be expected. That's not something that I'm upset about or frustrated with. It's just kind of a contingency that we have to deal with based on party composition. We made the decision. We made the bed. So now we've got to lie in it. Or tell the truth in it. Whichever you prefer. I mean, if you're going to be in my bed, I would prefer that you tell the truth. But, you know, some people like to lie in bed. I don't know. They like to be comfortable while they weave their deceptions. I'm going to destroy these because it seems like a good plan. Like I said in the previous episode, I don't know if this does anything. Another loincloth. We don't need that. We don't need that at all. We've got a kibi over here, so that's probably for that other door. Looks like we got a crowbar or something. Oh, a longsword. Probably better than machete, right? Let's find out. Oh, considerably better. Almost twice as good. Woo! And that first test swing right there, my man. What does this do? A blood drop blossom. And another sand mole hide vest. The lack of armor is really going to hurt us. Although I don't think there's anything stopping me from just putting a bunch of armor on her if in the end we're finding that we just can't deal with the amount of damage she's taking. I don't think there's anything stopping me from just loading a bunch of armor on her and just being like, sorry, you can't evade. Because his evade's pretty damn terrible. I mean, his evade's really, really bad. Eventually we could just begin stacking gear on somebody, I guess. Let me pull this torch out of the sconce over here and make sure that it doesn't open and close anything. Looks like it does not. Taking a look back at our map to get a feel for where we're at right now with our playthrough. That was the door that we couldn't get through before. And if we go over here, where was that key door at? There was a door around here that required a key. And I'm thinking I'm going to find it. Oh, and it sounds like there's so many spiders on the other end of that. Although it looks like I've got an end down here that I didn't check. Oh, okay, that was just me being... Although that is weird. That, oh, it's blocked off from one end to the other. Okay, so it's not necessarily going to mark that on the map, so maybe I should. We'll go with a impasse right there. I don't know if I spelled that right, but we'll find out later on. Somebody will correct me if indeed my spelling was below the margin. Alright. Oh, there's 2 keys. Oh, and I have said 2 keys. Okay. I'm gonna back up just in case. And while my intent was not necessarily to corner myself in this situation. Ah, Randolph has managed to gain himself another level. Let's get them arrows back. And we wanted to go back this way. I took a wrong turn. I knew that I would. And this is only going to get worse as we play through the game, by the way. It's going to get more and more confusing, more and more winding, and very much difficult to deduce. I think we are now at like the farthest point I've ever been in the game. I'm not sure about it, but I'm pretty sure this is the farthest I've ever been. So we may start actually seeing some new content from here on out, which is fun. I like new content. Okay, and so now everybody else has followed suit with getting their level ups done. I'm going to focus him on heavy armor as fast as I can. And so next level, he should be able to bump up to heavy armor, even though we don't have any. It's still okay. That'll work out. He'll be able to wear this phalanx helmet, which will be super badass. With Truffle Tongue, let's continue working down that evasion path. We need to get her to the point where she's not taking quite as much damage anymore. So her evasion is still sitting at 28, but in the next couple levels, so she'll get, next level she'll get stealth and evasion, so she'll get like a 7 bonus right there. Oh, she gets light proficiency. Oh, hell, I didn't even see that in the dodge tree. Okay, so actually I think I'm worrying about nothing right now. I'm thinking these are probably going to be useful for some form of alchemic voodoo later on. So we'll figure that out when we get to the point. We could go with a few more we do have ice spells, so I guess we'll just go for ice. And then I may have dumped all of his scrolls. Ice shards, so it's that one and that one. Let's discover that real quick so that we don't need the scroll. Okay, and so there's ice shards right there. It's an AoE. It hits everything on a line, which can be pretty useful if you're fighting a lot of enemies in one area. Let's find out what happens if we light up this room. Because I am thinking that there may be some secret to all this. Unless this is just a copy pasta of the room we started out in, which is also a possibility. I guess not. I was hoping that we get something out of it. I love secrets. It's that dopamine release when you find something that you're not supposed to find. You're like, woohoo, here is a thing. I want to put it in my bag. So that sounds like it opens something on my right and then closed something on my right. So I think we've got limited amounts of time to solve whatever problem's going to be in here. Oh, worst secret ever. Secret! It's a giant spider! Everybody in the audience gets giant spiders! Exactly the Christmas present that I always wanted, Oprah. Thank you for helping me so very, very much. And then there's a passage over here as well. Oh, okay. So I think this passage is actually going to make it a little easier for us to get where we need to be. Although that's a pretty short transit time. You gotta be moving for that one to work, so I don't know. Let's check down this way first. Although this might just be... I think they just removed a wall to make my life easier, but I'm not sure that... Oh, and we're trapped in here with a spider. I love my life. I love my life. It's the I love my life song. It's the one that I sing when I do truly love my life based on the challenges that I've been... You stop missing, you lugubrious turd. God. No, now watch. You're gonna die. God. Oh, no. And there's another one. Okay, so let's make that. We'll go with him first, because he's looking a little bit more shabby than his compatriot. And then with youth... Oh, hell. Flasks! Last call for flasks. Anybody? I'm still carrying around... Eat the pit root bread. I'm already carrying around skulls and things, which I don't really need to be carrying around. I'm glad that I decided to keep the leather armor, though, because once we get that proficiency, it is going to be really, really good for us. Peasant's breech. Let's see here. Leather pants. Silken hose. Ooh, we're on our last antidote. This could get a little rowdy. This could get a little bit flaky. Let's rest right here for a moment. Although I do think that we're resting in the presence of rather large, incredibly grumpy spiders. I don't know who peed in their Cheerios this morning, but somebody definitely dipped a nut in that old milk because they are not in a great mood. You'd think they'd be friendlier. I mean, their young would still be alive if they decided to help me on this quest rather than hinder me. Oh, and that's just to let us back out in case we need to backtrack. And that one's not timed, so that one's actually a permanent door opening. Let me have a look for any cracked walls here. They don't tend to make them that obvious, but it's worth a look anyways. You should always go with a passing glance, if not a stopping glance. Oh, hell. So all spiders from now on are going to have to be dealt with pretty mobily because we are no longer able... Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Oh, there goes our last nettle. Like, are they supposed to be this poisonous? I mean, honestly... Go ahead and rest one more time. It would be helpful if mages had spells that would, like, handle this stuff, like if you had cleric stuff. Unfortunately, the lack of a cleric in this game sort of makes the whole thing a bit more desperate. And not necessarily... Oh, good, another one. Just what I was hoping we would run into. There it is. And so with the critical strike, that one's now down. I'm gonna swap out a torch real fast. Because it's in here somewhere. The unfortunate truth is that it sounds like it's on all sides of us. Which means that I'm wondering if there's going to be like monster closets in here. Like the second we pull a certain switch. Is that a thing? No, it's just a little clipped plane on the floor. I was like, it looks like a little bone saw or something. Is it ready? That's right, asshole. I murdered your children. What are you gonna do now? Ooh, I got it. Okay. I'm trying to kite these things out as well as I can because, frankly, they're scary as hell. With missile weapons, we can move up to... I don't think that dodge is particularly going to help us too much since she's back row already. So let's just go ahead and mash out everything we can with the dexterity tree. Or I'm sorry, with the dodge, or with the... I'm doing that thing, like, I don't know if you ever have that happen where you're reading something, but you're talking, and your brain starts swapping in the words that you're reading for what you want to say. And so you'll be like, so I was totally talking about that protection sphere, because you're reading like a D&D novel while you're talking to your boss. You're like, oop, my bad. But no. We're going to pump everything into dodge for right now, because, I'm sorry, into ranged weaponry, because I don't think that dodge is particularly going to benefit somebody in the back row. A round shield. How? Evasion +7. How is that better than a tower shield? I don't know if the game's taking into account mobility. Yeah, we'll give it to her since evasion's her thing. And I would rather have her be way more evasive than him. I don't know what it is about this game, but I always feel like I'm missing something. Oh my god, there's so many in there. Oh, a note. I have to watch my back more carefully. The spiders are everywhere. Yeah, no kidding. A serious infestation problem in here. We need Clark. We need Clark very, very badly. Clark has not been doing his job down here. There we go. Oh, another one. Oh! No! It opened both of them? Okay. So we officially have very, very real problems. Like, this is some real world shit that is happening right now. I'm gonna do my best to hit as many spiders with as many damaging spells as I possibly can. But we may not be walking out of this one, kids. Okay, so we have a guy down. Oh no. Oh hell. I need you. Oh my god. Okay, so... with a man down... a lady down anyways... Oh, there's another one too. Damn it. Okay, so... he's poisoned. Don't necessarily want to waste a healing potion on him. The other spider isn't aware of us because it's allowing me to rest. So let's go ahead... Oh, Christ. Oh, no. Wow. Okay, so I don't know when my last save was. It's been a while. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. We'll take a look. And, oh yeah, I saved right before all the shit popped off. That's actually pretty goddamn intense. I mean, I don't know what they were thinking, but... with the design of that, that's pretty rough. That's pretty rough. I think they were trying to wipe you right here. We'll continue, but wow, that was harsh. That's like one of those precognitive things, though, where you're like being punished for not being psychic, that it was going to open doors on both sides of the map and they were actually going to be all around you. Like, I had that feeling because you could hear them crawling around on the walls. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to AoE these down now. I really hate the spellcasting in this game, by the way. I know you heard me mention that before. The spellcasting in this game is dumb. Oh, good. They're on both sides of us now. God, they're everywhere. Misses are tearing us up. Okay. So now we're alright. That spider had a key, which is odd. One might wonder where he was carrying it or bearing it, but I guess it's okay. Now, when I saved, did I still have any nettle left? No, we're out of nettle. Okay, so what we need to do is figure out Honestly, his health is looking pretty terrible. So let's try and get him back into shape. And in so doing, I mean, it's going to take a long, long time because that poison's eating away at him. I do wish that it wore off after a while. That's the only thing, is the infinite duration makes it really, really difficult to deal with. I don't want to backtrack to the beginning where that crystal was of restoration. But I think we may not have an option. I mean, I think the very real spot that we may be in is that we may be sort of, what the hell is that? A boiled crag beetle? That sounds slightly more appetizing than everything else we've been eating lately, but still, it's not quite there yet. I do feel like that leaves a little something wanting. I mean, at least it's been cooked. That's what I'll put out first, is at least it's had some manner of treatment before it's entering my mouth. This will also give me an opportunity to check some of these corners that I didn't check previously, that I might have regretted not checking. Okay, so another tar bead, but still not what I want. I am hearing a spider wandering around here. Ah, there he is. She is. It is. Okay, so another one bites the dust. And we will take this. Okay, so we got to go to the right. Did I take a wrong turn? No, I think this is right. Just got to make sure we don't fall off any ledges here, because that might prove fatal. There we are. Let me mark that. Okay. So we've got the res crystal. Kind of plodding forward slowly. Really feeling sort of embarrassed that I've already died by level 3. It's a hard game, though. It's a game that's pretty intense, and we've got a suboptimal group composition, too, which I think is the other part that's going to be causing us problems. You're going to make me do this puzzle again? No, I don't have to do this problem. It's over here. There we go. And so in finding our way back to where we were... Did we ever get across that chasm right there? I wonder if it comes along on this side. I bet it does. If not, we'll sort it. A conveniently placed bench. Why it's there, nobody knows. Just in case you needed to sit down mid-adventure. In case the old glutes were feeling a little bit burny. I don't like it when my glutes are feeling burny. That's usually a pretty good time to realize where I've sat down and be like, oh my, this fire is not conducive to rectal health. Oh my. So a secret, I guess, full of tar beads. But no antidotes. So that's what, it's kind of funny that I didn't see it coming, but I felt like it was going to happen because the sound felt like it was coming from all around me on my surround sound. So I was thinking that very likely what was going to happen is we're going to have a Doom situation where we pop a switch and then things are just going to come from every direction. And unfortunately, my cornering up strategy did not go so well, which is all you can do when you're surrounded, is just find a corner and stick a spear out and hope that everything decides to impale itself on it. Let's go ahead and collect our loot. Meh, mushroom. Okay, you count as loot, I guess. No spider that I can see, but I can definitely hear him. Crack this box open and see what it's got for us. We've got a scroll of shock. Just in case you want to be completely and I mean, it's the perfect thing if you're trying to start your medieval Howard Stern career. Getting close to the formula, mixing a powdered Grimcap with a witch flower almost works. I think I'm missing one ingredient. A powdered Grimcap with a witch flower. Tar beads. Oh, very, very good. We've actually got a couple of nettles in here. Another firebomb, which we can stack with the others. So we've got a little hint towards mole jerky. Okay. Probably pass the crate off on him again. I'm using the mage as a mule for some reason, but it all just seems to work more effectively that way. I should probably pass over that to him as well, since he's kind of our magey guy. Two magey guys. We'll throw that. Two wild and magey guys. We don't have two wild and magey guys. We've only got one. That's a little bit lackluster. I feel like we're missing half of our comic duo right now. Well, this level is beginning to take much longer than I expected. Largely based on the fact that I died like a doofus. Probably fit to die again. I found that to be kind of humorous for some reason. I smirked. Like the fact that I just opened the door, smacked a spider in the face, and then stepped back like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? I thought this was America! I thought this was America! Oh, there's even more of them in there. God. How many spiders can you cram into one space? Oh, there's one back there too. Just in case you were wondering. I tried to get that spider in the back, but I failed. I failed miserably. And we're poisoned again. Oh, hell. You're gonna make me do this the fun way. Okay. So that spider's now downed. There's a free antidote mat right there, so we'll go ahead and use that just to get him so I don't have to backtrack all the way because I'm not feeling it right now. The gold key, I'm a little bit interested in what that might go to. Watch, it's vendor fodder. I should also probably figure out what happened to most of my arrows. I kind of got lost. Oh, hell. Jesus Christ, man. Don't do that shit. Dear God. I think I pooped a little. Undy's looking like a coffee filter now. Jesus. That scared the hell out of me. And I still don't know where my arrows are at. Oh, there they are. I picked them up somewhere along the way. There's a door over here with a pull chain. Oh, the round shield. I forgot to pick it up again. Jesus. Alright, we'll drop that right there. I'm just missing stuff all over the place. That note just said to watch out for the spiders. I'm not really caring about the note that much. Note's like, no, don't leave me here with the spiders, please. These bastards are crazy. We'll go ahead and take a rest right now. I bet we'll get a dream. Watch, I bet we're going to dream something. We're going to dream a dreamy dream. My warriors decided to get hungry and stop regenerating. You food-eating bastard. Here, have some pit root bread, you whiny turd. There we go. So now we'll get everybody healed up, and I think this is where I'm going to break off the episode. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me at the Nerd Castle for another episode of Legend of Grimrock. This one got a little hairy. I mean, it didn't really get hairy so much as it got spindly and spiny and mandibly, but I think things are maybe looking up. So I'll see you all in the next episode. Take care out there, everybody, and if you want to pick up the game, look down below. It's quite a good little dungeon crawling RPG. I do, everybody.